All right, and it looks like we've got Ty Moore on the starting line. This is his first time racing with us. I mentioned earlier all the new additions that we have to all of our classes this weekend. Of course, we've got our familiar names and faces, but it's always fun to have new folks come on out and join in the fun. We love seeing that, and we've had kind of a record number of new racers this weekend. So awesome to see here at Windrock Park. This is Ty Moore getting things started in the UTV Bounty class, Course 1.
Again, these guys are going to be racing the same course as the Rock Bouncers, and it is just such a rough course for these guys. We watched a lot of the side-by-sides have some pretty serious problems yesterday, so I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that turns out. And you can see all the tape up there. That's because these guys run so many courses, and we're going to be going up and down these hills so much today. We need to know exactly which way to go.
Yeah, things can get confusing quickly out there.
Yeah, and when you're pushing hard and fast, again, when you're bouncing and whole thing's thrashing around, you have the noise and your vision. You want to make sure you have the tape across there, and that tells you where to turn, which makes our job just so much easier. And we greatly appreciate that.
And it is not easy being the first one out the gate for any class, but especially when this is your first race with us out here. So Ty Moore doing a great job making his way around this course and lining it out for the rest of the UTV Bounty class. Like Matt said, when you're in that race seat, you're strapped in, you've got your Hans and your helmet on, your vision is a little more limited. You can't turn your head and see as much as you're used to, and say if you're driving a car or something. You're strapped in tight.
Yes.
You're getting jostled and bounced around, and you're trying to remember the line that you picked when you were walking the course earlier, and remember which tree you're supposed to turn at and which flag you're supposed to turn at.
Yeah.
So lots happening when you're in that driver's seat. But Ty Moore was able to cross that finish line with a 1:12.830. And it looks like we've got Clay Kaysen on the line now.
Again, the Kaysens cleaned up yesterday.
They sure did.
Clay and Cody both won our Cup class and our UTV stock class. So definitely a shout out to both of those guys. Definitely coming out and absolutely crushing it. I mean, literally the CNC race company race team won everything we had to win yesterday. So very, very cool.
Yeah, safe to say the Kaysens don't come to play around when they're here to race. Cody Kaysen actually won our 2024 championship for UTV stock last year, and Clay came in second for our UTV Cup class. And he definitely just set the bar now for UTV Bounty.
54.405, and that is your new leader. Again, he won yesterday. So is that 54 going to hold?
Well, and he does have little brother Cody Kaysen following him right off the line now.
I was talking to their dad this morning, and he said, you think there's a couple guys protest if he beats him in Man, he is flying. If he wins in a full body, you think there's some guys that protest?
Say, now the difference here between the rigs, it will be pretty exciting if Cody does beat Clay's time. Cody, of course, usually racing in our UTV stock class, and Clay in the Cup class. And both of them were late entries, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say they were waiting to see how things went yesterday and make sure the vehicles were all still together before they signed up for UTV Bounty today.
Yeah.
We've got several drivers that signed up late. I think that was the general consensus.
Yeah, I think so.
57.884. Still an awesome run from Cody. Not quite enough to catch Clay, But they are sitting in first and second with some real solid times right now for UTV Bounty Course 1. Bruce Parker out on the course now. And is it just me, or are we having a little deja vu with this buggy out here? Maybe it's doing some double duty.
Little double duty. Again, trying to keep it together for 4 runs on a bounty course is pretty rough, but
this is Bruce's first time racing with us as well. Hope to see these a lot of our new drivers hopefully be able to join us for the rest of the season too.
Yeah.
We have a lot of drivers, we call it our season drivers if you're newer to the sport, that commit to the whole season, do their best to make it to every race. They're in the points chase for the year. And then we have a lot of drivers that also just kind of pick and choose the races that are closest to home, that work with their schedule, and just come on out. They're not necessarily chasing those points, but just here for the fun, for the competition of the weekend.
Yeah.
So we love having, whichever camp you're in, come on out.
Yes. And it depends on the weekend. Sometimes you can change camp mid-weekend. Yeah. You can have a plane going in and go, we're going to modify that a little bit.
Like, some new information came to light. We have to change course here.
I like that.
And that is okay.
I like that. Some new information came to light.
Do what you got to do.
I've had that happen before. 84.572 for Mr. Blake Parker.
Bruce Parker.
Bruce Parker, sorry.
All right, Derek Schaefer on the line now. That's a name we are familiar with.
Again, Derek ripping through that uphill section. Got sharp-looking tube chassis there.
You just like it because it's teal, Matt.
It's like a light blue, but I'll give him credit. I'll still give him credit for that teal. It's close enough. And these guys are absolutely just ripping up here. Yesterday, we saw a lot of UTVs have problems.
We sure did, right there where Derek was able to just power through it. But we saw at least half a dozen of our UTVs get stuck. We call it this Raceline Ridge, but it kind of turned into the Raceline Ruts yesterday because it was just holding on to so many buggies on their way up the hill. But so far, UTV Bounty class handling it no problem. $64.218 for Derek Schaefer.
Not sure what happened. It looked like he had a limiting strap kind of hanging off there. I'm not sure he broke a tab or broke a limiting strap bolt.
All right, this is Dustin Medley on the course now. He raced with us yesterday in the Cup class. This is his first time coming out with us, and he's definitely got a notable rig this weekend.
Yes.
This one's pretty fun to watch. It's a really sharp-looking buggy. I think the rear steer is what definitely sets it apart in our UTV classes.
It kind of has more of an Ultra 4 car vibe.
Yeah, it does.
And just a very bad-looking chassis. Me and my dad were walking around this weekend and just admiring it. And again, very well-built, super clean-looking car. Launching out the top there.
And Dustin did a great job with it yesterday in our Cup class. See how he handles these bounty hills. And remember, guys, if you're newer to the series, this UTV Bounty class is running the exact same course that our big bouncers are going to be on later. So Bounty is kind of like the biggest challenge that we have out here for our UTV drivers.
Again, making quick work of these uphills. Again, taking his time on the downhill section. We saw a few guys yesterday kind of pushing it pretty hard on that downhill. But again, playing it safe, playing it smart.
Honestly, these guys are kind of making this course look a little easy today, Matt.
They are. That's a 62.231. Again, that new-looking chassis, Dustin Medley.
I think it's looking easy because there's not 6 inches of mud down here at the bottom. That's the difference.
It is true.
That's got to be it.
It is true.
This is the driest it's ever been at
For
Windrock
real.
in the last
Decade.
how many years
in the last decade
that we've opened here. Oh, coming out strong. I believe this is Ethan Hunt.
He's running his wife's buggy because he broke his earlier this weekend. So he broke his buggy out pre-running earlier this weekend. So he's racing his wife's buggy, I believe. That's why there's teal in it.
Is that the same?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you getting mixed up with Brian Smith, or did this happen to two of our drivers?
Maybe.
Oh no, we have our first tree casualty.
Luckily, he was able to back up to the flat spot there.
Yeah, that was minor.
Again, those ruts are rough up there. Okay, it is Brian Smith. Okay. I just remember this one because it was teal. You can't pass a good teal buggy.
I know you are noticing that teal.
Him and Coy both out there rocking some teal now. That's catching on. Again, heading all the way up to that ridge section. And we'll be doing almost this same course in reverse here shortly. So
nice. Let's see what that time is.
That's a 90.605.
90.605 for Ethan Hunt.
all right, we got Justin Hooper up there pulling to that race line starting gate. And they're going to fix some tape on course, they said.
That's right. We've got a couple
Larry
couple
Crow.
faces I haven't seen in a while at the drivers' meeting today.
Larry's mom, Kathy, was messaging me this morning saying, hey, where are you guys going live at? I said, come check us out on YouTube.
This is Justin Hooper out on the course now.
So we got Larry will be racing in the bouncer class with us. He's racing for Clint Garrison.
Is this the Trump train buggy?
I believe so. I was trying to look at the wrap when I went by.
I think that's what I'm seeing there. Been a little while since I've seen that one out here.
Again, that first ledge is like 12 feet straight down. We watched a handful of guys yesterday come down that very carefully. They'd carry the front wheels would drop, and they'd carry the back wheels for a little while.
As always, things in person are much steeper than they appear on camera.
Yes.
So if you have not been able to make it out in person to a race before, or especially here at Windrock, if you've only ever watched it on camera, you gotta just go ahead and add a lot of slope to what you're seeing right now, because these hills are steep. You might think, why are these guys checking up so much on the downhill? Well, that's because they're pointed straight down, vertical.
That's a 72.162. Mr. Justin Hopper. All right, we got Casey Howe in that race line starting gate. That black and blue buggy.
Casey finished second overall for our 2024 season in the UTV Bounty class. He was definitely doing some work and had a very consistent season last year. I expect we'll see more of the same from him this year. The time to beat right now is a 54 from Clay Kaysen.
Casey is flying.
Let's see what it is. Was it fast enough to beat Clay?
I don't know.
And it's a 56.519. Man, not enough to unseat Clay from that top spot right now, but that is a second place time currently. So it's Clay with a 54, Casey with a 56, and Cody with a 57 right now.
They're lining them right up.